go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Better see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Better see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. Even when you feel low, you can still go.
Wrap up your Monday with some laughs. Make sure to join Will, Seven, Dan the Dick Warner, and Josie as they dive into the hottest topics of the week across sports, including baseball, basketball, and the NFL. You can catch the episode live Monday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/The Sports Report Podcast, or Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. Don't miss the Sports Report Podcast.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Oh, hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Sports Report Podcast. I'm your moderator, Mr. William D. Morgan. Man, I had to send Seven off to Asia, man. I need me a couple of Asian women. Say, no, send, Seven over, give me some couple of Asian women, bring a couple of Asian women back with them, and, your brother be fine. So we don't have Seven with us tonight. However, I do have a crew still. First, they were bringing my best friend. This person is a huge Houston Astros fan. Oh, the Houston Astros. Let me bring on Josie. Josie, what's up?
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
I'm excited because I'm upset and excited. I'm excited my team's 1-1. They didn't look good in game one, but they're 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to be watching them right now.
But due to weather, it got caught.
Goddamn Philadelphia.
Next, let me bring on my co-owner of, what is it? Walmart and Trailer Parks. Yes, Walmart and Trailer Parks. He is my co-owner. Let me bring on, he also has said LeBron or Bron in every show he's been on. Every show.
And he's got the newest show on the Sports Report.
Yes, he does.
With the dick.
I can add myself to the stream now. They gave me the power.
Fuck, what were we thinking? And then he pulls himself off the stream.
What's up?
I was gonna be Gene for Halloween and just not show up. Count it.
Oh snap!
Count it.
Oh snap! He was talking trash too. He was talking trash on the on Facebook. We got the best 2-5 team. No, we blew your ass out, but either way. All right, let's go ahead. Since we don't have Seven, Dan,
even though he's not here,
we're gonna have to rely on Dan to talk some. Dan, you have to pull double duty, my friend.
He's still here. He dropped us a little video.
Oh, he did. Okay, cool.
He did.
Listen to the video.
I want to be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints.
Hey everybody, Seven here with the 7th inning stretch, pre-recorded for the first time in my tenure with the Sports Report. Spending time with my son this evening, taking him trick-or-treating, really excited for that. Sorry for those of you that missed the World Series Game 2 broadcast on Saturday. We had a lot of fun on Twitch, me, Josie, and Stephen Weaver talking about the game, and we had some good baseball. Great thing about the Phillies, despite the fact that they lost that game, the Phillies have proven throughout this postseason that they're always in it. I think that Game 3, which was postponed to Tuesday, will be very telling. My actual official prediction is whoever wins Game 3 wins the World Series. And I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot. I'm married. It happens. But with the way that the momentum in this game in this series has gone, it is very much anyone's game at this point. I know that Houston fans don't want to admit that because Houston has been one of the best teams in baseball this year, and that's great. That's great. Houston has been one of the best teams in baseball this year. But when you look at the World Series, the hottest team is the one that finds the most success in the Fall Classic. And the hottest team right now is the Phillies. We did see in Game 2 Altuve's bat light up. It does seem like Altuve is back. I'm sure Josie will back that claim up. Got to go back to that consistency for Altuve for that to matter. Altuve is going to be a huge piece for the Astros' success in Game 3. And like I said, ultimately, whether or not they will win the World Series. It was definitely a great game. Game 2. Game 1 saw Philly do more than we thought. Just completely dominated Game 1, despite Verlander coming out and throwing 3 up, 3 down through the first 3 innings, and Houston scoring first. Philly took over in the 4th inning in that game. Ended up winning Game 1. That's why the series is split. Like I said, I am very excited for Game 3. I do firmly believe that whoever wins Game 3 will win the series. So definitely count it. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of great baseball. We're already seeing some news around Judge unfollowing the Yankees on Instagram and Twitter. I think that's more to get their attention than anything else. But we also need to be aware that multiple organizations are prepared to back a money truck up to Aaron Judge's home residence and give him what he wants. Game 3 for World Series was postponed because of weather up in Philly. Lots of rain going through there right now. So we will see that tomorrow, Tuesday. And we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. I don't think they're going to put regardless of weather. I don't think we're going to be in a situation where we see some double headers because the World Series actually started a little sooner than Major League Baseball thought. So I think there's some time there still where everything will be fine with the window that they wanted to have. But we'll see what happens. But as of right now, single game tomorrow, Game 3 in Philly, and we'll see what happens. I will post my predictions for Game 3 on Sports Report in the morning. And yeah, as far as I'm concerned, go Phillies. But this is still very much anyone's game. I love you all. Thank you for watching and supporting the Sports Report. And I want to close with a few thoughts for the guys and Josie as things will kick back to them. Fuck you. No, that really about sums it. Fuck you. Have a great day, everybody.
How is he not even here and he fucking gets us? He's not even here.
See what he's gonna do, y'all. He's gonna go trick or treat with his son first, and then he's gonna do the assignment that I gave him. So we'll see how that works out.
I was gonna be 7 for Halloween, and then I realized I couldn't be boring enough.
Oh, hello.
So
Got him.
Hello.
there's a few things.
Oh, hey. Also, yeah, 7. If you're gonna use the count it hash line, I have that copyrighted. So just send me the money PayPal.
You owe Dan 25 cents.
It's like a fraction of 1 cent, but if he says it enough, it builds up.
But he did pick the Phillies to win the next game.
Well,
So is this a type of team that can just grind it out and get to? Because I'm not saying they're not talented, but on paper that lineup is not as talented as the Astros. Is this a type of team that has to grind it out?
I wouldn't say necessarily grind it out. And this is coming from an Astros fan, what Philly has on their side is the same thing that terrified me the other night.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I was wondering because I saw him looking at the chat. So
yeah, that's my fault.
I'm
still learning, guys, how to use this.
You're good, bud. So actually, here, I'll take a second. I don't care. You see that down there at the bottom where it says invite?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Click that, and it'll give you a little link. You just copy and paste it and throw it in our chat.
Cool. Super easy. I got you.
Yeah.
Carry on.
You're good. I got it. Anyway, Philly is in straight up comeback mode. Like straight up comeback mode. Will beat me to it anyway. God dang it.
I did.
Game 2, they almost did what they did in game 1. Like 9th inning, they went from no runs to 3 runs. And they gave themselves a shot. Now the Astros closed that door and they won game 2. But 7's not wrong. I can't argue with it. Whoever wins tomorrow night, I would give them a 90% chance that they win the series, because really the Astros need to go in there and win tomorrow night to kill the Philly energy.
Because you know that crowd going to be rocking.
Oh my God, they're going to be worse than New York, which is saying something. Dan, we have not been on since the ALCS ended, but I got to say, I was impressed with the New York fans and the respect I felt like they gave our fans. I was surprised that when we won, there was 200 plus Astros fans in that stadium.
What's up?
Rooting on that team.
Right.
Which I was impressed.
How many?
200 people, 200 Astros fans still in the stadium for the ALCS.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where people get the Yankees. Like, yes, there's obviously drunk outfield fans that but there's bad ones in every crowd. Like, I think that we're more like classy.
The Astros got into a fight with Braves fans last year. So
I mean,
there's bad fans in every.
Cleveland's center fielder Miles Straw got into it with Yankees fans. I don't know if you guys saw any of that. But yeah, it was they were throwing stuff at him in the outfield and shit, Giancarlo and shit. But that happens in a lot of stadiums, man. I think that people just don't like the Yankees fans in general, so they're going to try and I don't think they're that not classy. But
I honestly, I think the Philly fans are going to be more rowdy and more brutal tomorrow than the Yankee fans were at all in any of those games.
They are just like, that's the word for them. They're just like they're rowdy. They're rowdier. Like it seems like the Yankees and a lot of other teams are more like just kind of baseball clap, you know, like it's like yeah, they're yelling and stuff, they're screaming during the playoffs, but like, dude, it gets fucking crazy like a party inside Philly Stadium, dude. Like those motherfuckers are like chugging beers and like doing the wave.
Yeah, I feel like if there's 2 stadiums in baseball that are probably the toughest to play in, 2 stadiums in baseball, it'd probably be Phillies and it'd probably be Boston, because just Boston fans are just
dirtbags. Absolute dirtbags. Yeah, they're absolute dirtbags. They're just racist dirtbags.
Somebody they're racist. You know they're racist. I couldn't be a black athlete in Boston. I really couldn't. Yankee fans are just intimidated by the challenges of Boston fans and don't know how to process their pain. Ooh.
But getting back to this World Series, I mean, Seven brought up a lot of points. That first game, like Verlander came out, was pitching great, but he went through that lineup and then died out. And we talked about this a lot on the live stream Saturday. He's 6.08 in the World Series. That is the statistics of a reliever that gets the bad draw a lot. That gets pulled in when they're losing to just try and stop the bleeding. Like, and got to remember, of our generation, Verlander is probably one of the greatest pitchers of our generation. I realize he's a little bit older than us, most of us, but first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, so he's around our ages.
Yeah.
First ballot Hall of Famer, 3-time Cy Young probably after this year. And his World Series record, he's 0-7 after that loss. And
I didn't know that.
You got to give it to the bullpen of the Astros, because they kept us in that game. They did. Yeah. Because the bats went dead. Verlander going out like that, the confidence for the team, it just shattered. There was no confidence game 1 after he went out like that.
Let me ask you a question, Josie. Let me ask you a question. I didn't mean to cut you off, Dan. Let me ask you a question, Josie. Are you concerned about the Dusty Baker factor? Because he's choked away some games.
I don't feel like he's choked away some games. I feel like
I mean, just in general of his team.
Of his record, of his in general. I mean, no, because I would say more Dusty is cursed than it's Dusty's fault. Dusty just he almost seems like he is just not destined to win the big one.
I mean, he should have got one with Barry Anderson in front.
Remember, it's 1-1. We're still very early off in this World Series. A lot of things could happen, but
I still think Houston's going to win.
I still think Houston will win it too.
They should. They're a better team.
And we've got to talk about. I want to finish what I was saying on game 1, but we got to talk about game 2 and the things that I saw in game 2 that I think will propel Houston to win. But Verlander has got to come out of game. I think he will start game 4 on Wednesday, probably. And he's got to come out tough. He has got to come out and do one of the best performances he's had, and he's got to win. He's got to win.
I think a lot of Dusty Baker's thing is like, it looks like that dude ate a pot brownie like 45 minutes before every single game.
All the time.
And he's just like so relaxed, dude. Like
all the time.
He never has a sense of urgency. And like, I don't know if that's good in a World Series. Like it's good for the whole year until you get to the World Series where urgency is needed.
He's just I feel like goes back to that player coach thing that we talked about. He stays calm so the players stay calm. He feels like if he's constantly calm, the players won't get.
But
Who's bigger, Andy Reid or Dusty Baker?
Like bigger?
Like physically?
Yeah.
Physically? Oh, I think Reid.
I think Andy Reid, yeah.
Well,
definitely fat-wise.
Yeah.
Andy Reid's way fatter than Dusty Baker.
Yeah.
Now, if you believe all the rumors around Dusty Baker, that man is involved in a lot of pop culture. Like supposedly co-inventor of the handshake. Like,
bro, I feel like Dusty Baker just goes home after like a hard World Series game and like instead of like icing his knees or anything, he just sits down and plays blues guitar and just like oh, and then a man like just to himself and his
I knew Hank Aaron
in his like single bedroom apartment. Yeah, just like on his fucking electric guitar, just like
singing the
jamming out sad songs.
Yes, big show.
Yes, there's a big bad show tonight.
The big bad show tonight.
Game 2 is even though Valdez didn't have the greatest game. He did manage to go 7 innings, which was amazing for our bullpen after game 1 and having to come in and save that game for what they did and gave them a much needed rest. And because we only had to use 2 pitchers from the bullpen Saturday night, and that was very good for us. Again, Tuve's bat finally came alive. He went 3 for 4. They were good hits instead of garbage hits, unlike the other 3. And so hopefully that lasts. Jordan has got to start having some resemblance of the ALDS. He does this every year in the playoffs. He goes cold. He's got to wake up. But honestly, I think Jordan Alvarez.
Oh, yeah.
He's been cold since the ALDS. He has that great ALDS, and he's done nothing since.
Non-existent.
Non-existent.
He can't be non-existent.
He was I think he's like 3 for 24 at the start of that last game and 10 of those were strikeouts.
This big boy baseball, y'all gotta show up.
I mean, and the thing about like both teams, like we've said about the Astros over and over, they've got a lineup that can constantly kill you. The Phillies have that too, and they're just they are coming alive at the right moment and doing the right things. And what hurt them the other day is we also got to talk. Harper lost that streak, longest playoff hit streak ever, 11 games. He lost it on Saturday, and him not hitting is a big hurt for Philly.
I think it says a lot about how hard baseball is because in a lot of other sports, you can just kind of will a lot of like you can kind of just will people across the line, like get them pumped up enough that they'll just like, jump an extra little bit or run an extra hard run. And in baseball, dude, you gotta be cold as ice the whole time.
Yep.
I think about this a lot watching it is, these guys are up there just like, I want a home run. I want to blast this out of the park. But it is one of the only things in sports that you can't. You can get lucky for a catch or into an end zone or a shot in a hoop, but like so many things have to line up for a home run every single time. thousands of little variables have to line
Absolutely.
up just right every single time.
The
And
tiniest
that's
of
why
revolutions.
it's so crazy when Tucker in game 1 went 2 and been the first Astro to do it in a playoff or in a
Let me
World
move
Series.
over to Stats real quick and get his thoughts on the World Series thus far. Stats, what you thinking, man?
Oh, no sound.
He's
No
muted.
sound stacks. He's not
He's been muted.
He's muted on his side if he's muted.
Nope, he's not.
Nope.
We're just not getting any.
No sound.
Not getting any audio from him.
You figure that out, Staxy. We'll be here.
Yeah, we ain't going
you're
nowhere,
fine.
brother.
You can do it on camera. I don't give a shit.
You good, brother?
Yeah, you're fine. What was I gonna say?
Just jump in when you got.
Dude, Bregman.
Yeah, jump in, man.
So can I just give fucking Alex Bregman some props at this point, dude? That dude's wiener just must be the size of like it look like a tube sock filled with wet sand. Just
I gotta say, even though he didn't have a good game 2, he went 0 for 4.
I ain't coming in for that. Hold on now.
That's a good one.
But still, though, I mean,
But
like that dude is cold, dude. Like
and he still had a good defensive game in game 2.
I think he might be a serial killer.
And Stephen was saying it. One of the best overall players in baseball.
Absolutely.
The best third baseman right now in baseball.
Dude, Stephen is so good, by the way. Can I just say
Oh my God.
That dude as an analyst is unbelievable. Like
he's very good.
He was just all he was doing the other day was listening to me and Seven call the game. He didn't have it on TV. And he's sitting there pulling stats for guys out of his head like it's nothing.
Yeah,
and
he knows.
I finally got to ask him some questions because, like, you know when you watch sports and you try and like get into a player's head and you're like, well, why do they do this and why do they do that? I got to ask Stephen a question that I've wanted to ask a major league pitcher probably since I was a kid, and that is, what as a pitcher do you want more? Do you want the immaculate inning? Which, if you don't know what that is 3 up, 3 down, 3 pitches to every pitcher, 3 strikes, 3 outs. Or do you want 3 pop-ups, 3 outs out of the inning? Stephen, now mind you, this is biased. This is going to be pitcher to pitcher of how they want it and how they think it.
Hang on real quick, just to clarify the question first. 3 pop-ups on 3 pitches?
Yes. 3
that's
outs.
That's an immaculate inning.
No, an immaculate inning in Major League Baseball.
Oh, where you strike everybody out. 9 pitches. Okay,
9 pitches straight.
I got you.
So
you want the 9.
Stephen wants the 3. He said he
takes
doesn't
easier
care.
On his arm.
It's in his mind, and mind you, Stephen comes from a different era. He was talking about in a game where he would throw 150, 200 pitches a game because different era. There wasn't pitch counts when Stephen was pitching. 1, 2. It was a different era of a pitcher. Like,
and they weren't just like gassing out. Like relievers now, dude, are just balls to the wall as hard as they can for as many pitches as they can. And back then they were going more for longevity because they couldn't just destroy arms out of the bullpen. Like they didn't have dudes that were just, like every team didn't have 5 guys in their bullpen that threw 100. Like it just wasn't happening. So like you had to kind of stretch it out a little bit. If you had a good pitcher, he had to go a while. So like he gets touched up, he's still got to go. So you can't be throwing fucking 101 all the time. Like you got to slow it down. So there wasn't as much depth, which hurt them. Because I mean, they probably could have done comparable to what the guys do now, but so dude, Stephen's so good. I gotta ask him a bunch of questions the first time I talked with him.
We need to have him on the Sports Report one day because he is just a wealth of baseball knowledge. He's amazing. And the way he thinks about it very much in a player's standpoint, in a pitcher's standpoint. You're like you said, Dan, you can pick his brain for hours.
The best story he told me is long story short, he just told me about showing up at Yankee Stadium for the first time. Like, and he had to take a cab there.
Oh my God.
He got called up. He got called up like that day, and he took a cab there like 2 hours before the game. And he just literally walked in the front door. Like there was fans like going in with tickets and stuff. And he just like walked and he was like, this is weird. It's just like basically, and then he just walked into the locker room and they had his locker next to, who was it? God damn it. I can't remember. I think it was, I want to say it was like Mattingly or something, or something. Like his locker was right next to just some legend. And he just like walked in for the first time and his locker was just with his number on it and everything just right. And he was like, what am I doing here? He's like, what am I doing here? Yeah, it's great. Great stuff.
So yeah, Stephen Weaver, guys, was a former pitcher for the Yankees. He is with he does winter meetings with 7 on Sundays, and like I said, he's a wealth of baseball knowledge, and we're gonna get him on here soon. All right,
Yes.
we need to move on. I want to talk about Aaron Judge, and we need to move off of baseball onto the rest. But Stacks, can you hear us? Can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, there it is.
There's that
There it
sexy voice.
There it is.
Ow!
What's going on, Stack?
1-800, I'm here for you.
Yes.
Oh,
He just talks sensually to you.
he just talks to you. I could waste thousands of dollars on that.
Yep. My phone bill is going to be huge.
So Stacks, what's your opinions on the series so far?
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to watch Saturday. Unfortunately, I was working, so I didn't get a
No
chance to.
excuses.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, game 1, I was a little surprised. You guys kind of already hit on it, especially with Verlander. That was a little rough. Hopefully, when they need him later in the series, hopefully he can come in and dominate. But
Stacks.
yeah, I was trying to think here. I was trying
Stacks.
to see. Yeah, what's up?
I talked to your mom today.
Oh yeah, you said that. How's
Not a joke. I talked to Stack's mom today.
Wow.
How's that? How's that lovely lady?
She was great. She's awesome. She told me she basically told me that Stacks has always just been like a wealth of statistical sports knowledge. It's just like been forever. She's like, oh God, he loves sports. He sure does. Like, I was like, yeah, no shit.
I'm telling you, it bugs me sometimes because like I'm the only person I would only classify as a fan on here. Wrestling, I'm kind of more than a fan, but like all of these guys are such a wealth of specific sports knowledge. Like Dan can talk NBA statistics with you for hours. Stacks probably can too. Will knows wrestling history like the back of his freaking hand. And as we always say, Sevens forgot more about baseball than we all know together.
I was gonna say I should take notes from 7 on baseball.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, Dan rivals 7 in his baseball knowledge as well. And and I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable on a lot of sports topics, but y'all blow me away.
Well, you can just tell that we obviously all enjoyed it as kids. Like we actually like watching it so much. Like that when you are passionate about something, you're gonna learn stuff about it naturally. Like you're just gonna know what and remember it because it's important. So like to you know what I'm saying? So like that's all it is. And I understand how like dumb sports is, but like it's my dumb. All right. Like you guys go out to your fucking to your things where you dress up like knights and fucking hit each other with armor and shit. LARPing. You guys do all that stuff. All right. We just watch bounces of balls and things like that. It's my dumb. It's our dumb.
So real quick before I know we need to move on, Will. I know we need to move on, but real quick, I do want to get Dan's opinion. Dan, are you still sure Judge is going to end up a Yankee?
No, I'm not sure. I've never been sure.
No, that's right. Last week you were about 50-50 on it.
That's right. I mean, I did the whole rant where I was like, yeah, that brought him back because he saw all that shit with the pageantry and all that stuff, which I still believe that. I think that's probably seated in his head, but I don't think Aaron Judge is all about that life, to tell you the truth. I don't think Aaron Judge is about lights and glory and
he just wants to win.
Do you think part of do you think part of him though really just wants to be that small town boy and play for his hometown team?
That's actually more of it, Stacks. I think that
I don't think it's the money or the winning at all.
No, I don't think he cares about winning. I think he wants to have an easy life. I think he's an easygoing guy who wants to have an easy life, and like his life is never going to be easy comparatively. So what's the easiest situation? Definitely San Francisco. Come back next week. We're having a sale on Birkenstocks. That place is, like that place, the Bay is, I mean, it's alluring. It's his hometown. It's California, bro. It's California.
And I mean, if ask everybody the question here. Dan, I know your answer. I know my answer. I think I know Will's answer. If you were a major league player and you had the chance to play for your childhood team that you rooted on for your entire life, Dan, I know for a fact you would be playing for the Yankees. I know for the fact I'd be playing for the Astros. Like, that's just that fulfills every dream you had as a kid wanting to be a pro athlete. You wanted to play for that specific team that you grew up loving.
Sounds like a lot of pressure.
I mean, it's definitely a lot of pressure, but you're
New
telling
York's
me
a lot
if
of
you're,
pressure too,
but you're, yeah, I'm saying, Dan, like you're a Major League Baseball player and New York wants to sign you. You telling me you're not jumping on that like that?
that's my personality though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, that greatness is just like a magnet to me. Like, I love the greatness. Like, that's just my personality.
But the same thing for me. Like, if I were in that level and a Houston team wanted to sign me, it would be no thought. I don't care what they were willing. I would probably take less money to sign with a Houston team than to sign with someone else.
But you're saying that, yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Like Jose Ramirez took like $80 less million than he could have. And they asked him why. They're like, what, you took 220 instead of 310, $310 million. And he was like, there's like $90 million difference. And he was like, I don't care. He's like, there's not a whole ton of difference between $310 million and $220 million. He's like, I'm going to be fine.
Really
He's
not
like,
at that
my
level.
family's going to be fine. He's like, I'm just comfortable here. I like the people here. He's like, I like where I'm at.
At that level, you've got FU money times 20.
Yep.
Absolutely. Parents don't like what you do. Fuck you, mom and dad.
So
that's fuck you money.
Last question on this, Will, and then we'll move to the next.
Sure.
Where's he end up, Dan?
Judge?
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards that he comes back to New York, and I'm actually on the fence about whether I want him back in New York, honestly, at this point.
I
am.
I think San Francisco is going to back up the money truck and his just hometown boy wants. He's going into San Francisco.
That's the best bet. I think that's the best bet. Like, I would like to look at the Vegas line on it, honestly, because I bet the Vegas line has San Francisco as the favorite to sign him. I'll look at it, but I bet they do, because that makes the most sense. Like, he's probably going to leave. But
where's he going? Where's he going, Stacks?
Yeah, like you guys said, I think San Francisco, like you said, I think it pulls at the kid in him, at the old heartstrings, and it'll help that they're gonna back a truck up to him and give him whatever he wants.
Well, you saw the report this week. They cleared so much cap money.
Yep, absolutely.
So much cap money. So they're going to back that truck up, and like I said, I don't think money matters much to him. But
so the biggest thing was going to be like unfinished business in New York, whatever. I don't think that's even real. Honestly, I don't think that's real.
Not in his head.
Also, he just finished some pretty fucking good business in New York.
I was going to say he set a record, like one of the biggest records in baseball. He can leave New York and he'll go down in history. He just signed his first ballot Hall of Fame right there.
It's all downhill. I don't know, but that's if he doesn't play another game, he's not a Hall of Famer at all.
You don't think so?
He's got to play out his career. He's got to.
We had that discussion on the live stream about Tuve, and I said that he's definitely a Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah.
At the moment, he's not a first ballot. If he gets another ring, that would seal his first ballot.
He's not a unanimous first ballot Hall of Famer. He's not Jeter or you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not those guys. Like, he's not. But
he's also got
Barry Bonds.
He's got 5 or 7 years still left in him. But
absolutely,
Will, you answer the question, and you can move us along. Will, where's Judge ended up?
You know what? Everybody's saying the Giants, and I gotta agree.
I think it's Giants or New York. I don't think anybody else. I don't think it's anybody else.
The Giants both teams got the money to throw at them.
It's a clear 2-horse race at this point.
Yep.
It's a clear. I mean, there's
even though the Dodgers are probably going to throw something crazy at him just to try.
But if he goes to the Dodgers, they're going to have less of a chance of winning it. Like, because the more stacked they get,
chance of being the
less of a chance they have. Like, they should just strip that roster down and just sign Jose Trevino. Like, like just strip it down to like some bare bones, like get your payroll down to like the A's payroll. And then you guys might have a shot, because obviously you buying a title is not really happening. Yep. I count the bubble titles, but Will?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you win. I mean, it's like the Lakers.
Yeah, but it was
I know, that's why I said
it. Season, and they usually play 160 games.
We don't like it. We can't stand it because we know everything that went into it. But at the end of the day, they still won. And you have to give them credit for that.
you could say that that's where the talent came through at, is because the fans weren't involved. So it was literally just talent versus talent.
I think it's the fact that you gave LeBron and AD that chance to rest.
I was still talking about the Dodgers, but if you want to make this personal, it's fine.
No, I'm just saying you gave them like the Lakers,
kidding.
you gave them that time to rest. That's what I'm saying. And if you win a championship in a bubble situation like they did, hey.
I'm saying that but without the fans though, and like the fan added experience, wouldn't it be just talent versus talent?
Yeah,
it would be like a pickup game, but a very serious pickup game.
Yeah, it'd be whoever
taking out the momentum.
Also, would it still have that asterisk if the Lakers weren't the ones that won that? Like, would we consider, say Miami wins that? Are we talking about, are we putting an asterisk right there?
I think
it's a really good point, Stacks.
Yeah,
you're not.
I mean, it probably wouldn't be as an argument if it was anybody but the Lakers.
Kawhi Leonard's getting celebrated, getting carried around Toronto on a golden bed.
Yep.
As he should. As he should. As Kawhi should.
As he should.
He deserves the greatest of treatments.
All right, so I guess that's going to take us into the hardwood.
Yep, it's going to take us into the hardwood. Dan, you're up, my friend. The Lakers get there. You up, my friend. Let's go.
Seven, I see you're watching. I need a sexy parlay from you since you're not looking at the chat.
Lakers get their first win of the season, guys, with Russell Westbrook coming off the bench. They
on a more interesting note, Will, I wrote a song called Josie Haney. No, I'm just kidding.
I
did actually.
He says I'm gonna hate it, so I'm pretty sure
he's not gonna hate it. I think he's gonna. It's not insulting. It's borderline insulting. Lakers get the first win. What is it? I'm going to keep saying this, and I think it's completely true, and you guys are going to see it eventually. That season does not start until Russell Westbrook is off that team. It doesn't start. We can start talking about LeBron's greatness and non-greatness when he gets the biggest distraction that his entire rest of his team has, because I don't think it's affecting LeBron at all, because I think that he's such in a stratosphere above that at this point that he doesn't care about what Russell Westbrook is doing, but he does understand that that's affecting the rest of the team, which affects him, because if he doesn't have any help, Anthony Davis looked really good the other night.
He did.
There was nobody on that team that can guard him. So, he's just going to find matchups. The guy's 7 foot tall and handles. Go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Dan.
And
I'm not on the level. But is from what I've seen, if Davis can stay healthy, if he can legitimately stay healthy, he will be an asset to that team.
That's always been the case.
Are good.
That's always been the case.
You just don't see much of it.
Dude, Anthony Davis is legitimately, barring injury in street clothes, he is one of the top 5 NBA players right now.
Yep.
He's one of the top 5 talents in the NBA. He's a top 5 talent. He's probably number 5, somewhere in that area. As far as if you were just to put a basketball player into a machine and go, hey, this is what we want for right now is the NBA is being played. Anthony Davis, Giannis. Giannis is obviously Giannis is the one that you just.
He's on a tier by himself.
You put that into the machine, and then you jammed a bunch of testosterone into it, just with it, and then and Giannis came out the other side. But if you just were doing a pickup game basketball player, you're going Anthony. He's, he was a point guard until he was 16. Josie, you probably didn't know that. He grew 10 inches. He grew 10 inches from 15 to 16 years old. So he was handled like a point guard, and then he just it was a weird thing that happened. He's kind of like a freak thing. So he's like Frankenstein sort of, or like Spider-Man, but just something weird happened where he just grew 10 inches and now he can handle but barring injury is the whole thing. If you can't stay healthy, and I don't think Anthony Davis wants to stay healthy, to tell you the truth. I've said this before. I think he got all that money, and Anthony Davis did exactly what I would do, because I don't love playing basketball. I would just quit. I'd go to practice and shit still, and I'd be there, but I don't know if I'm really putting my whole heart and soul into it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to go eat some fucking some clams at a fucking bar afterwards. And,
Dad only says that because they would fine him money if he missed practice. That's the only reason
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Practice.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Yeah, he'd be pulling a Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I won't get
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's
I would also do the
John
same
was
end zone
five.
dance where I grab my dick into the way on the way in the end zone. That'd be my end zone dance too.
Dan, it's a Larry Sanders situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
With AD.
Yes, absolutely. Dude, I don't know. Like, we can sit here and say like, oh, he's a top 5 talent. I think he is, obviously.
Yep.
It doesn't matter it doesn't matter.
If we can't stay, it doesn't matter. I mean, we talk about it all the time about if you can't stay healthy, it doesn't matter how good you are in whatever sport, whether it be basketball, wrestling, football. Like, we've seen some amazing talents that just can't stay healthy.
He's already
Josie
been hurt this season too, guys.
right? And he's got nagging. He's always nagging something. But Josie, this shows you how important the mind is to the athletic body. Sports Report After Dark specializes in that. Thursdays at 10 Eastern. But yes, there you go. Thursdays at 10 Eastern. Sports Report After Dark. Shamelessly plugging it. No, it does. It shows about like demeanor, attitude are like huge. Jose Altuve is not a Hall of Famer without Jose Altuve's work ethic, his attitude, and the way that he approaches the game. Alex Bregman is not a top 5 Major League Baseball player talent-wise. That motherfucker is not. He's like 5'10", dude. He looks like my accountant.
It's the way he is, the aura. Even when he's giving an interview after a win, he's got this just bad
serial killer aura.
Like, just, and you're right, Dan. Y'all talk about this on After Dark a lot, and just the mind frame of a pro athlete and how you've always got to be like, I am the absolute best at what I do, and no one is going to be better than me. And that mindset is probably 80% of it. Yes, it's conditioning and making your body be amazing, but if your mind is not behind it, you're never going to do everything else.
Go read a Dennis Rodman or a Ben Simmons biography or anything that's happened in their lives, and that's why we do the Sports Report After Dark. Because those guys are just, they could have been that's always my argument with Will, is like, if LeBron has MJ's mindset, that's the greatest player that's ever played.
It's a wrap.
God,
it's a wrap.
Well,
Gonzo.
It's a wrap.
He's averaging 35.
Dan, here's one for you. You give one of those guys Kobe's work ethic. Like,
I think Jordan has. I mean, I think both those guys have incredibly hard work ethics.
Listening to Jordan, he will say Kobe's work ethic surpassed him
because he had to. Because Kobe's talent didn't surpass him. Not quite. There was something about Jordan that Kobe didn't have.
Imagine, because no one here is going to argue that those aren't the 3 best basketball players to ever do it. No one here is going to argue that. But imagine you combine the strengths.
Yeah.
Huh?
There's people who will argue that.
You would argue against Kobe.
The top 3? That's my top 3, but I think
I'm saying right here. I'm saying right here.
Yeah.
These 4 people right here.
Oh, no. Yes.
So, imagine you take all 3 of those guys' strengths and put them into one basketball player. It would be insane. Literally.
I think that Kobe gets a lot of shit, and I think that people discount him because they feel like his game was plagiarized. They feel like he copied Jordan.
Which he'll admit he did. He watched every video, even his interview style. Like,
that's why LeBron was kind of a different issue, because he doesn't play anything like Michael Jordan. That's
why people think he's soft. I mean, that's why people think he's soft.
It is. And like, LeBron learned the soccer rules. Okay. So LeBron learned the NBA with its soccer rules as they are now. And if you guys don't know what I mean by that, football, they flop a lot, and they have for years. It's a thing. They play the referees. They complain constantly. And it works, because it fucking works, because that's how the game is. That's just how they play it. And somewhere in the middle of here with Kobe, and we have to blame Kobe partially because he used to do the same shit. They figured out how to soccer the referees. Like, I'm the best player. Like, you better fucking, if somebody touches me, yellow card. Like, if somebody touches me, 2 shots. And Dwayne Wade taught you that in 2006 in the NBA Finals. He also had Tim Donahue out there, who's fucking
Cheating
the third best player.
Helping
in
him
the Heat, Tim
out.
Donahue, the
Helping him
referee.
out.
Third best player.
cheating ass.
Third best player. There's a dude. Go back and I can't even watch it anymore because I get infuriated. I get fucking infuriated.
There's another catchphrase of the sports report. Steve Donahue was the third best player, or Tim Donahue was the third best player on the Miami Heat.
In 2006, he was.
2006.
And he was just a shine sight worse
that,
than Shaq.
that one, and never forget that Ben Roethlisberger is a rapist.
It was like D Wade, Shaq, Donahue. Just right there was Donahue. Shaq was on the backside. Shaq was overweight, eating chili dogs. That motherfucker. Like,
well, I think we've talked about this before. Imagine Shaq with Kobe's work ethic. Shaq would have been the best player of all time.
He would look like a Monstar from the movie Space Jam, like the purple one.
And he would have been able to hit a few free throws here and there too, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just breaking backboards. Like he like they're like, Shaq, you can't dunk anymore. He's like, what? I can't dunk it. And like just breaking backboards. Like every game you go to is like, oh God, this is a 6-hour thing.
Isn't Shaq the reason they did away with the actual glass backboards? Because he did break a few?
He did. Yeah, he did. He broke one in an NBA game, and then I think he broke one in college for sure at LSU. He definitely did that. And I don't think he broke the one in LSU. He pulled it down off the suspension. He pulled it down. Yeah, like the suspension came down with it, and then in the NBA he shattered the whole back.
Yeah, we've all seen the video of the one she shattered.
Yeah, and that might have been in college too, though. I don't know. I can't remember, but that Shaq was a freak. That guy was a freak. He didn't have an ounce of fat on him because he was like 19. Just a freak.
Orlando Shaq, basically.
Orlando Shaq.
Shaq did most of the damage, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just figured out that he could just be a tank. Like he could just be like I can just be a tank. I don't need to be an aircraft carrier. I can just be a tank. I just bowl through everything, get in the post, weigh 340 pounds, game over. Get to the free throw line.
Damn, that's a lot of weight.
So, Dan, who's your dark horse for the NBA this year?
The Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland Cavaliers are definitely.
They're going to make their first little run without LeBron finally.
I think that the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be a competitor in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think that's I think that they will make the Eastern Conference Finals.
Fire right now.
I think I'll give the Cavs credit. They're a lot better than what they should be. You saw that improvement last year, and now you're seeing it really come to fruition.
Well, Donovan Mitchell, that helps.
But my thing is, I just don't know if they have enough to take on a healthy Bucks team. I say healthy because you got to get Middleton back. But once you get everybody back on that team, I don't know if the Cavs has what it takes to get past the Bucks. I don't.
Or Boston, for that matter.
Yeah.
I mean, Donovan Mitchell is on the second tier of NBA superstars at this point. Like I would say that right now, as far as overall players go, he's probably top 5 or 6 in the NBA right now. I think there's only a couple guys you can call better than Donovan Mitchell right now. One of them is obviously Giannis. One of them is definitely Luka. And then outside of that, it's a fucking crapshoot. He might be the third best player in the NBA right now. Like, that's crazy. And he's on a roster with Jared Allen, who's a great role guy, like 7'1", plays defense, catches lobs. Every championship team needs one of those. Honestly, look at every championship team in the last 15 years. They've all had a lob defense block guy. JaVale McGee being the one on like 5 of those teams. Weird. 2020 Lakers and then 4 of those Golden State teams. But like, so he kind of filled in a lot of the gaps. But like, they're always just one of those guys that does that. He's a great one. Sexton, they moved off him. He was just like a weird, like take all the shots guy. But yeah, so I mean, they just how they work as a team is interesting, and it's just they're just put together well. I mean, it's David Griffin still. So I mean, yeah, so he's good at putting together teams. I mean, he drafted LeBron James, so can't be the dumbest guy in the world. That was a pretty much given. I think everybody pretty much drafts him in that position.
Man,
Popovich probably wouldn't.
No, I've never had an issue with Bron.
I'll take Darko.
I've never really had an issue with Bron and coaches. I think the coach that really got kind of screwed by LeBron was Mike Brown, but that was back in the day. So
he did, and Tyronn Lue stood up to LeBron, and not many people had done that before, and so he just loves Tyronn Lue. And Tyronn Lue from Stacks, Nebraska.
Nebraska, yes sir.
Nebraska.
He's the one claim to fame.
I was gonna say
Absolutely.
One claim that
Don't
that
forget about
terrible
Kevin
fucking
Love, though,
place
either.
has.
Kevin Love's still on that Cavs team.
Kevin Love had
Kevin
8 threes the other night.
Eight
Hit
threes.
8 threes.
8 threes, 29 points, man. Yeah.
Hit
Nuts.
8 threes. They have Evan Mobley.
Evan
Evan
Mobley,
young,
man.
small
He's
forward,
stud.
guards 4 positions.
Stud.
They're versatile. They're dangerous. They're young. They're going to make a run in the playoffs. They're
Isaac
gonna win.
Okoro off the bench. He hasn't been productive, but that dude can clamp it down when he needs to.
He can.
Isaac Okoro. Yeah, no doubt.
Fun fact for you guys: only 1 of 1 trading card I've ever pulled in my entire life. You guys know what a 1-on-1 is, right? It's the only one ever made. Isaac Okoro. Interesting.
From anybody?
Isaac. Oh God, you're gonna do that. Syracuse? No.
SEC. I'll help you out.
Damn.
Tennessee?
Close.
That was
Anybody else?
Bama.
South
Arkansas.
Carolina.
That was Bama.
Auburn.
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 We suck again.
Oh.
On
Isaac
that,
Okoro.
on that, any final thoughts before we move on from the basketball? You
My
can catch
Pelicans,
all
man.
this
My
and more
My
on
Pelicans.
Wednesday.
Wednesdays at 9. The
Wednesdays
hardwood.
at
9, the hardwood.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, 9 or 10? 10.
10 Eastern. Sorry,
10
9
10
Central.
Eastern, so
9
yeah.
Central. 10 Eastern.
7
9
7 Pacific.
For our Nebraska
8,
friends, it's
8,
9 o'clock. Thank you.
8 Mountain, 4 Hawaii time.
7 Pacific.
Specific time.
Specific.
Don't forget about the Pelicans, though, man. The Pelicans, I'm telling you.
Oh no. We ain't gonna forget them. They're playing well.
Oh.
I'm telling you.
Stack.
They had some injuries, but they're playing well.
Yep, they'll be fine.
How about
hopefully,
the
as
struggles
long as Alex
of
is
Golden
healthy.
State and the Golden State fucking
Shit, sorry, I totally bumped that on
the
accident.
one's muting everybody.
What
Besides
the hell
me.
did you say, Dan? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. The hell?
Totally bumped that on accident.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, but I forgot what I said now. God damn it, Josie.
But on that, well, we got
let's
to
go
take a
ahead.
commercial break.
Let's
Are we
go ahead. Let's
Oh,
go
Golden
ahead and move
State,
on over to a small taste
They'll be
of
fine.
what you're gonna get tomorrow night with myself and Josie. When we go
And
over and
Stats.
text, and Stats is gonna be with us, and Stats gonna be with us too. Like we
And
talk
if
about
Dan
what's
will
going.
actually do it, Dan come produce.
Yep, if Dan wants to, he can come produce.
I should.
learning the ropes
If he
there,
actually
Dan?
ever- if he
Trying
actually
to
shows
perfect-
up.
Shut up, Stacks.
It's nice, isn't it, Dan? It's nice to have the power.
The power,
that?
and the glory. A lot of people.
It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hit me down. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
So what I
All
wanna
right,
talk
let's
about-
go ahead and move on to our Josie's Fight Night segment. Go ahead, Josie. Break it down.
So I want to talk about tonight, my thing. And again, we can catch all this and more tomorrow night, 10 Central, with me, Stacks, and Wilton. We're going to break down all the stuff that's happened this week in the world of wrestling and combat sports. Wasn't there a UFC fight this weekend, too? I believe there was, wasn't there?
I believe so.
So we'll be talking about that and
Did
all...
Ken Shamrock fight?
Shit. But what I want to talk about is it sounds like the AEW all-out investigation has come to a close, and it does sound like CM Punk is no longer AEW. Will we called him weeks
We
ago,
called it.
but it sounds like the CM Punk 2.0 era is over.
CM punked you.
He CM Punked us. He CM
Yeah, he
Punked
did.
us.
Bam.
Stacks, did you watch AEW this week?
Not. I mean, outside of kind of what we talked about last week, I didn't have a chance. I worked a little youth basketball this weekend, so I didn't have a chance.
So
to watch.
they showed a little.
No,
vignette.
I did a little site supervising and stuff like that. So.
Oh, okay. Like you're like,
Yeah.
the
little bit of
upper
that.
management.
They
Yeah,
showed
a little bit.
They showed a vignette of the Bucks and Elite and talking about how they were instrumental in it and haven't been here, and they kept fading them out of their pictures. It was a weird little vignette. So, but the room, I just read an article right before the show that said that most people backstage in AEW don't want to work with Punk, and the ones that do really don't even want to, but they're willing to. And like people like Jericho have even come out and said he doesn't want to work with them, and people don't feel like he's worth the drama. So the buyout is coming. What I constantly keep hearing is that they're stuck on the no compete, and how long that's going to last.
It's customarily 90 days.
It's customarily 90 days for.
I mean, you can put whatever language you want, but you know what he's going to do.
It's customarily 90 days when one, a contract has been completed, or the company is ending it and setting the terms. They are asking him to forego a contract and take it probably a certain amount of money instead. So they can kind of set the terms on how long they want the no compete. And considering he still would have probably, I would say, 3 to 4 years left on his contract, they're probably wanting a no compete close to that. I bet. I would put money.
Good.
I have a two question thing. I'm so lost on all of the AEW stuff. Like I really am. I'm gonna have to start producing the show to like learn knowledge about it. I'm trying, guys.
I got him to watch like
a lot of stuff.
I got him to watch an episode one time, Stacks, and he loved it.
Did he?
I did. I kind of enjoyed it until I enjoyed it until like okay, so I enjoy the actual match, right? Yeah. But I cannot do. Dude, I grew up with like the dudes like Steve Austin and those guys controlling rings like that. And then I was a kid, so I don't even know if it was good. It was probably as shitty as it is now. Yeah. Like I just hold it to like such a high standard. And when some of these dudes start talking, I'm like, is this what people like want to see? Like this is ridiculous.
Worse. Talking to people and me and Will who go back and watch the old stuff on a like going back, Stone Cold and The Rock and Undertaker and Triple H, those were really the best guys. Everybody after that was terrible on the mic or in the ring or something. Like they were. The Attitude Era was so cringe. It's so cringe.
Yeah, like I just don't. It I don't know. It boggles my mind. That's the only thing I can't. I like the actual action part of it. Like I'm like, sweet. This is actually like this is cool. Right. And then I get to the talking part. I'm like. I have no idea what's going on, which makes it worse, right? I mean, it's going to. Like, I don't know what's going on, so I
you just got to dive in. Like, you got to do what me and Stacks are doing, which reminder Stacks, NXT tomorrow.
I got
NXT. It. You got to do what me and Stacks are doing.
We got to do it.
You have to dive in and commit for a month.
I might end up hitting my head up against a brick, but I'm gonna do it while watching.
And we're gonna be watching. Neither of us have watched NXT in. Oh God, it's been probably a couple of years.
Since Black and Gold at least. Since Black and Gold.
And so we agreed last week on Fight Night that we were both going to watch it straight for a month. That's 4 episodes because we want to give it a fair shot. And if we don't like it, we're going to try something else, Stacks.
We
go NWA or MLW or something.
Yeah, I might even get on your offer with TNA, man. And I mean, at that rate, I don't know what the difference is at this rate between TNA and what they got going on over there on NXT. So
TNA is a better product.
I know. I'm just kidding.
At the moment,
Josie, if you've seen Stax' wife, he's already in on the TNA. He's in on it. He's been in on it.
Yeah. So the whole Punk experiment is a failure. It's probably AEW's first big failure.
Hey Josie, I have a question for you when you get done too.
Yeah, what's up? Go right ahead.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just thought, do you think Tony Khan was the one that made that call to Punk, or did he have somebody else do it since he's a little bitch?
I like
Great
TK.
question.
I like TK. So
well, I mean, I do too, but when it comes to Punk, he's a little too much of a fanboy, and
I bet you Shivani made it, honestly.
Yep, right.
Shivani's the new head of talent relations HR, so that would be within his.
In his realm of duties.
I would think so.
In closing Fight Night, Will, real quick. In closing Fight Night, I have a 2-part, 1-answer question for everybody. You got to do it quick. It's got to be 2 words. Yes, yes, no, no.
I wasn't
Have
quite
you-
done there.
Have you been in
jackass.
a fist fight? And did you win your first fight?
No and no.
I have guesses on this.
No
and no.
no
Definitely.
and no.
So no would be the okay. I know Will's been in a fight.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes and yes.
Will
Yes,
says
yes.
hell yes.
Okay.
Yes and yes.
Those weren't my get.
I've been in
I
a
don't know,
fight, but I don't really count it because it was with
I-
family and I got punched in the
Right.
back
It
of the
wasn't
head.
like that. That's
And
more
I-
of
Like a full on fist brawl there, Josie.
I've never been in like a full on fist fight
Oh,
like
got it.
that.
we want you
Got
to
it.
recall
It-
one of the most painful times of your life and tell it to us in detail. Okay. Go.
Not quite.
Just kidding.
But
Yeah.
I did get into a fight with my brother where he punched me in the back of the head and I threw his ass across the room.
Well, brothers though, I don't know if that counts because
Brothers
just
don't
beat the shit
shake
out of each
hands.
other?
Brothers got a hug.
Brothers
Josie.
got a hug.
Brothers,
Yeah.
brothers got a hug, Josie.
Brothers got a hug.
We did.
I bet-
mean,
I
my
feel
brother
like Will's
kicked me in
been in
the
one.
balls a lot.
Is it weird that I can tell by Will's demeanor that he's been in a fist fight?
No.
No, he's just so casual about it. And
All right.
that's how it is when the fight's
So-
over.
Guy's heart rate never goes over 40.
But yeah, catch us tomorrow night. We'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about. I wanted to give it some time to see where he was at, but I wanted to spend some time on Hangman and Page. We introduced some new segments last week that we're going to be doing the show like that again. So
Flowed really well, guys.
I loved it. It worked
It
really
did.
well. So we'll be talking
did.
our highlights of wrestling this week. And this is going to be highlights or lowlights, either something we loved or something we hated. Because there was a couple of things this week I watched and I was just like, what the fuck?
Where Josie was right, where Josie was wrong.
Damn.
And then our wrestling highlight
Thing inside of it.
of the week. Should we be talking about CM Punk? No. We're going to be talking about some Hook. I want to talk about Hook,
Dr. Hook?
the
Yeah.
handsome devil.
Josie, do you have his shirt yet?
No, unfortunately, Josie is broke
Well, that's fair.
and can't buy any of those type of things right now. So
Also, did anybody else see real quick while we're on the fight stuff? WWE's thinking about putting money in the bank at WrestleMania instead of having a solo pay-per-view for that.
I loved it when it was at Mania.
Yep, I
Loved
agree.
it with Mania.
I agree.
And I don't think it needs
It's lost its
pay-per-view.
luster. It's lost its luster.
I personally, and I've said this, I don't know how many times, Will, but how do I feel about gimmick pay-per-views?
You don't like them.
Gimmick pay-per-views to me just Extreme Rules was the best gimmick pay-per-view they've had in years. And the reason I say that is because every match actually had an extreme stipulation
Yep.
or something. And
It wasn't Vince McMahon ran. That's
it
what happened there.
the last few years there's been like one extreme match on the whole card.
Well, think about like the history of their main events. Like you had Hell in a Cell has a specific thing, right? Royal Rumble has a specific thing.
Yeah, but Hell
WrestleMania
in
was
a-
always just like the best matches of the best guys, and it's just not there. I don't think there's enough depth to do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like that was what WrestleMania was, though.
No, Royal Rumble is still by far their number 2 pay-per-view. And it's not that. It's in Hell in a Cell didn't start off its own pay-per-view anyway. Either. The only gimmick pay-per-views I think there should be is Rumble and King of the Ring.
Yep.
Those are the only 2 gimmick pay-per-views. And those aren't really gimmicks, they're tournaments or a battle royale. Like, I just don't think gimmicks like Hell in a Cell and tables and ladders and all those things were meant for ending of feuds. They were supposed to be the big payoff to an end of feud. I feel like putting it as a stipulation to a whole pay-per-view weakens it. So
Where does the Undertaker Mankind Boiler Room match rank all time?
oh man.
Oh, top 3?
Top
Okay, that's what I
3.
thought. I was gonna say top
only,
5.
Only to maybe
I don't know
be
them.
topped by their Hell in a Cell match. Their
Right.
Hell in a Cell match when he threw Mankind off the cell is probably one of the greatest matches of all time.
I remember playing
Yeah.
WWF No Mercy on Nintendo 64, and you could play
Oh,
in the
man,
boiler. You could play in the
classic.
boiler room. You could play in the boiler room.
Will Stacks, we need to do an episode one time and talk about classic wrestling video games because
I think
I'm down.
No Mercy's
Yeah.
got to be up there.
Oh, No
in
Mercy
all-time
by
rankings.
far is someone who's in the fandom a lot and all this is probably by far one of the most popular wrestling games in the wrestling community.
Before its time, there was a career mode on that shit. Like there was a career mode for each wrestler. Like that was
It's
like
probably that SmackDown versus Raw 07 is one you hear a lot.
Yeah, 07, 06, yeah.
07, 06.
Mhm.
And then what is it? It's
Man,
Just Bring It. Just Bring It.
Just Bring It was solid.
Just
too.
Bring It.
Absolutely, 1000%.
I've seen the new ones, and like those look like actual matches. I thought I was watching an actual match for a second.
And this is why I'm actually, and we're going to move on, but why I'm actually really excited for the AEW game that's coming out. I think it's actually going to be December.
I pre-ordered that shit, Josie.
You did?
I pre-ordered that shit.
I haven't
got that
even.
shit. I pre-ordered that shit.
So I'm excited,
Hell
Stacks,
yeah.
because I think it is going to be more like No Mercy, more like.
Yes.
I think it's going to take less skill to play because.
Absolutely.
Dan, I don't know when's the last time you played like a WWE wrestling game, but I swear
Ask
to
me
God,
when the last time I played a video game was.
Well, it's like playing NBA 2K, and if anybody understands what I mean, they know NBA 2K is one of the toughest video games to play.
It's hard as fuck. I know that.
It's hard.
Hard. It's so they don't even have a
NBA Live used to be so easy.
They don't even have a rookie mode.
Three.
So.
Yeah.
The new AEW game is supposed to be less skill and more just having fun and like being easier to play. So I'm excited to see that. I think it might bring us back to that day because WWE games are as realistic and as cool as they have been. Like they've taken it too far with their partnership with EA. Like
the last actual video game that I played, sports video game or video game in period, was Tiger Woods Masters 12.
Jesus Christ.
Seriously. And I loved Madden. I loved like the career mode. All that shit.
I'm here. I got something going on with the YouTube channel. That's what
on
I'm trying that's what I'm kind of
PS3. Madden Masters 12, Tiger Woods.
Well,
fucking great game.
Madden after 11, you might as well just
pack it up.
Not even talk about it.
Just don't even talk about it. It's
like
after
Madden
2011. Pack that.
I mean, I still love Madden. I haven't played it in a few years. I tell you, one of the best sports games for being fun and being able to really tweak the levels of it and play and learn the MLB The Show. It is such a great game, and
I love it.
It doesn't matter your skill level. You can go and play and have a blast on that game.
Guys, clearly the actual sport slash video game. The sport slash video game obviously is Wii Bowling. Okay, it's the iconic.
Hell yeah!
It's the iconic. You got to do it on Resort though, not on Wii Bowling normal, because Resort actually adds a little bit of extra sensitivity to the stroke. And later I'll give a tutorial. I've already given.
Dan knows all about that.
All about the stroke.
On that note, we're going to take a really fast commercial break. And then we're going to come back and talk Huddle. And we're going to talk XFL because teams were announced today, baby.
Notice you're the only one excited about that.
I am not the only one excited about that. I know Mr. Morgan is excited about that.
Well, we also need to get into a few of these games and talk about what Chicago did.
A lot to talk about in football.
Because we need to also talk about what the Bears did because they are in full rebuild mode. Oh my goodness.
Dan, 100%. You need to be excited about that because if the XFL wasn't a thing, none of this would be a thing.
Same with my Steelers too.
No, this would still be a thing.
It really wouldn't.
It really wouldn't.
It would.
It really wouldn't.
I mean,
that's how everything started with me.
It started 4 years ago this month.
Guys.
With me.
Do you think you wouldn't be in podcasting at all?
I'll still be here, but I won't be doing this show. I won't be doing this show.
And I probably wouldn't had Will not asked me.
Let's not give the XFL any credit, okay?
And on that
so disrespectful.
It's so disrespectful.
Well, I mean, it's the minor leagues.
Disrespectful.
Next we talk AAA. Scranton.
real low, you can still go.
Wrap up your Monday with some laughs. Make sure to join Will, Seven, Dan the Dick Warner, and Josie as they dive into the hottest topics of the week across sports, including baseball, basketball, and the NFL. You can catch the episode live Monday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/The Sports Report Podcast, or Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. Don't miss the Sports Report Podcast. Don't miss Fight Night. Every Tuesday night, Will Morgan and Josie Haney break down the hottest topics of the week across combat sports, including UFC, boxing, WWE, AEW, and more. Past episodes are available on youtube.com/The Sports Report Podcast, and each episode will air again Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. Don't miss Fight Night. Tune in or tap out. Put the kids to bed, put on your shades, and crack open a cold one during Sports Report After Dark with Seven and Dan the Dick Warner. You can catch After Dark Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/The Sports Report Podcast, and again Saturday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. We believe that athletes are people too, and Skip Bayless is one of the lizard people. Don't miss Sports Report After Dark.
All right, everybody, we are back. We got a lot to talk about in football in general. But first, I want to go ahead and knock out this XFL news that we got coming out today. And then after that, we'll go ahead and get into the National Football League and what the Bears are doing to destroy.
I don't like
team.
it on top.
But let's go ahead and get started with the XFL. Josie, take it away.
It's too much work for you, Dan.
Today, XFL
Like
announced the team names for each team that they announced back in July. A lot of the teams that were named in the XFL 2.0 that came back are using those same names. The only one, Will, that got a change. Did you notice this? Seattle?
Yeah.
Sea
But you know what's
Dragons?
going to happen, though?
The Sea Dragons, though.
You know I was going to change, though.
I think the Seattle Dragons was better.
That would have been fine. But you know what was going to change?
What is this, fucking Westeros?
I mean,
What the fuck is going on? Sea Dragons?
So you got
Trolling the fucking
they did they are naming, instead of Dallas, it's Arlington Renegades.
mhm.
You got the
Jerry Jones probably had something to say about that.
It's like no other Dallas has a football game.
well,
Dallas
you
is gonna
talk
be good
about
enough.
that.
It's only going to be the Dallas Cowboys. It's only going to be the Dallas Cowboys. That's all it's going to be, the Dallas Cowboys.
You talk about that, but I'm going to talk about Houston in a second. DC Defenders returning. The Defenders were a great team. Excited for that. We'll see what comes from that. So
What-
the Houston,
Sorry.
what's up?
What's the London Silly Nannies record look like? Is it
Fuck off.
pretty good?
So the Houston Roughnecks. Will, I was surprised in the announcement that they are
How far off?
returning.
Why were you shocked by that?
Because XFL was threatened to be sued by the Astros and the Titans for the emblem, and was told. I heard that they were going to end up changing the name, and the emblem isn't quite the same as it
It
was.
is different.
It's more of an H.
Then it is the actual
like
wig.
a dairy.
Yeah. But
There
the thing
are
about it,
people
though, but the thing
still
about it,
watching
though, they were
this,
like the
Josie.
best team. They were like the best
Shut
team in the
up,
whole.
Dan.
They were like the best team in the whole league. And the truth is showing it too. Shout out to PJ Walker. But
Yeah.
that was the best team in the XFL.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm excited for
Maybe there'll be a trade and the Houston Texans will be going
Step in there.
stepping in, and
about to
then
pull it on
the
both.
rednecks will go, or whatever their name is, they'll go up.
They'll trade a starting left tackle for like four of those XFL guys.
They won't be the same without the truth.
Yeah.
Hey, St. Louis though, they got their team back.
Paul Pierce,
Battlehawks, baby.
Missouri's
I
got
love
to
that
be.
name. I love that logo.
Missouri's got to be happy about that though.
I love that
St. Louis
logo
gotta be
too.
happy about that.
I love that logo too. That logo is fire.
That logo's good.
Orlando's getting the Guardians. San Antonio, is like celebrating their asses off. They finally have a pro football team. They have fought for this for years. And I'm sorry, but The Rock named this team. It's the San Antonio Brahmas.
We're going to have to see if they go and support, because here's my issue. You got 3 teams. And
3 teams in Texas.
You got 3 teams in Texas. So we have to see if they go support.
I think, honestly, truly,
I'll
call this right now. San Antonio loves their football. They have been chomping at the bit. And you see what they do for UTSA games now. They're selling out that huge Alamo Dome all the time for UTSA home games. So I believe San Antonio will be the one setting records in Texas as far as attendance. Especially when they've got one of the bigger names, not necessarily for coaching, but one of the bigger names so far in the league.
Mike Riley?
Hines Ward is their head coach.
Yeah.
Blocking wide receiver.
And then you got the Vegas Vipers. I'm excited. I like where the teams ended up. I'm excited that Dan can talk all the shit he wants, but this is going to be good for the NFL. They're going to be working with the NFL in trying to innovate and make the game better. And what's wrong with more football? This is really going to start right after the Super Bowl. So,
on behalf of the law firm of Ruth Arozarena, have you had to listen to the last 40 minutes of the sports report? You might be entitled to compensation. We understand that you didn't have any idea what the fuck we were talking about. Call 1-800.
The XFL, man. Come on, man. All right. Let's move on.
I'm not going to do it because I'm not being mature, right?
All right, let's move on. Let's go ahead and get into the huddle, y'all. Let's go.
Let's get it.
There. It's better. Josie's always on top.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. First thing I want to talk about today, the Bears are in the news. Raekwon Smith, their best player on defense, is gone. He has been traded to the Baltimore Ravens for a 2nd and a 6. Stacks, I'm gonna go to you.
Yeah.
Do you think they got enough for a player of his caliber? Because I'm thinking he should have been a 1st-round pick, not a 2nd and a 6th.
Oh, absolutely. I think he should have been a 1st-round pick. With that, I like it because Baltimore needs help defensively.
Yes.
So it's perfect for them. Raekwon obviously had his spats with Chicago, and it's unfortunate for them they couldn't get a deal done. But like we said earlier, they are in a rebuilding period. So it's kind of a win for Chicago because it kind of gets him off the books a little bit there. And at the same time, he gets to go play with a competitor there and try to compete in the AFC. So,
dude, Raekwon Smith is a fucking dog.
He's a
beast.
Dog. Do you understand the fucking mindset that it takes to play middle linebacker in the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
You have to be an absolute fucking madman. You have to be an absolute madman. There's no downhill every play. Dude, I didn't want to play linebacker when I was in high school, bro. When I was playing high school football, I didn't want to play linebacker. That's not my. I'm not trying to do that every. I'm not trying to do that every play. I want to relax some of the time. That's too much. And that dude does it on the highest level. Those guys are crazy. There's not even many middle linebackers that exist anymore because the defenses have changed to where it's a hybrid DN who weighs 290 pounds. There's no middle linebackers like Mike Singletary anymore. There's no Raekwon Smith is a dying breed, dude. Urlacher was at least 270, dude. Urlacher was huge.
Right.
Raekwon Smith weighs 240 pounds, dude. He's a safety in the NFL now, and he's just sticking his head in there every play, dude. That guy is
Ray
a
Lewis
jaw.
would be like your modern day big guy.
Yeah, he was about
stature
250, 60. Yeah, like
Right.
he's probably
Right.
big enough. Roquan's a
Yep.
little guy, just sideline
Yep.
to sideline, just torpedoing people, dude. That guy is a fucking freak, dude. Dog. Like that.
And then in the other trade that pretty much finished off that linebacker core, happened a couple of days beforehand. Robert Quinn goes from the Bears to the Eagles to 45 that front seven. I like
Boy,
that move for a fourth
Are they
round pick,
making moves?
and
For
I
a
like
fourth
that.
round pick.
Are
And I
they
like
making
that move
moves?
because
Holy shit.
now he didn't have to worry about being double teamed. That's why I like that move. He has the freedom to move around on that defensive front and this cause havoc.
He's
And
gonna
with,
eat. He's gonna eat.
and with that secondary, the way it's playing right now, they're gonna charge.
If there's anybody who knows the fear of constantly being double teamed, it is William Morgan. I mean, moving on.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, but dude, there's the perfect example. Robert Quinn was a D end. Robert Quinn was a 260 rush D end who just they were just like, hey, why don't you just like stand up while you're there? Don't get down in 3-point stance, just stand up.
Yep.
And then just play both of these positions. And they were like, he was like, oh, sweet. Like I'm already this, and I can be that too. And then they were,
I can actually do this.
He's one of the ones who started it for real. Like that was like one of the things. Like they were just like, yeah, you can do it all. Like why don't you just, because nobody is smash mouth running the football anymore besides who? The Colts, because Matt Ryan's their quarterback or was their quarterback.
Yeah, because they can't
the
do
Titans.
anything else.
And the Bears are still playing smash mouth, but I think in my opinion, David Montgomery's the next to go. That's just my opinion. I think he's the next to go.
I think he should be. I literally can't. David Montgomery is considered a top 10 running back in the NFL, and I cannot remember one play where I've seen that guy run a ball. I cannot remember one. That's not a good thing. Like I've seen him run it. He's not memorable. That's unfortunate. Yeah. I don't like to dog on guys like that, but like he just isn't. Like that's just a dude who's just running the ball. That's that Bill Belichick. We'll put anybody there at tailback, dude. You don't matter who you are. Like if we block it right, you're getting 4 yards. Like I could be back there. We'll just taking handoffs like Toby Gerhart, but like way less talented.
Damn, man, you had to bring that name up.
Toby Gerhart. How about what Peyton Hillis? I'm like Peyton Hillis, but like 60 pounds lighter and not athletic.
Do you remember when Peyton Hillis was on the Madden cover?
He stole the Madden cover. Stole it that 1 year, and then ripped his knee up.
Calvin Johnson was supposed to be on that. Is that right?
Yeah, because they split Calvin Johnson's with Calvin Johnson was on it with somebody else, right? Or was that Fitzgerald? And I can't remember, but like I feel like Megatron split it with somebody else, or he was like on some promo cover or something. So they gave it to Peyton Hillis actually, and they were like, "Hey, it's not working out real well. Can we have you, Megatron?" and
then we wondered why Calvin retired early.
Right, because he
didn't get the respect he deserves.
Do y'all believe in the Madden curse?
No, it's not a real thing.
No, it's not a real thing. No.
We don't live in fucking Game of Thrones, okay? There's not like fucking three-eyed ravens and shit.
What do y'all think of the Eagles?
Best team in the league.
Yeah.
How long are they gonna stay undefeated?
They're not looking for a loss until week 12, if I remember right. I think they got the Dallas Cowboys in week 12. And with the way Dallas is not stopping the run, they might beat Dallas.
They might beat Dallas.
Well, you know the truth, though.
Dallas.
Like, it's the NFL, bro. You know the truth. They could get beat by the whoever's the London Silly Nannies next week.
Well,
it's the NFL,
Dallas
dude.
is playing. But hey, look, I'm no Dallas supporter, but you got to give.
No. I'm saying
give Dallas their props. They are playing well, but if you look at Philly's schedule, and I think it's week 12 they play them.
You're right.
I can't. That's the loss. That's the loss I see, and they might win that game because, like I said, Dallas cannot stop the run. They showed that yesterday. They cannot stop the run. The Bears ran for 240 yards against them. That's almost what they gave up the week before, which was 243. They cannot stop the run, and that's what's going to kill them in the playoffs. We play them teams like Philly, when they play the 49ers, and more than likely, they're going to have to play the 49ers and the Eagles on the road. So if you can't get that run defense fixed, you are in trouble.
They've already played The Dallas ones at Dallas. So the next game 12, week 12 is in Philly.
Mm-hmm. That's the
So-
only one I see.
Well, you don't think that the Kansas City Chiefs are the best team in the NFL right now?
Nope.
No.
No. Hell
You don't
no.
think the Kansas City Chiefs are?
Hell no.
How hell no?
No. Because if you look, you can look at it like this. Look at what the Buffalo Bills are doing. Look at what Buffalo Bills doing.
I'm sorry,
on both
Look at what
I forgot
Look
about
at what the
that.
Bills are doing
Right.
on both sides of the football. They are playing some good football right now. And I know they've kind of like teased us in the past, which by showing us this before, but this might be it right here, man.
Josh
It might
Allen
be
is
it.
looking
See it to
lights
believe it. I gotta
out.
see it to believe it.
Me too. I'm there
Josh-
with you. But this
and
might be it, man.
I 100% agree with you, Stacks. And like I kind of feel sometimes that those two, like as good of a wide receiver and quarterback duo they are, they just can't win the big ones. But they're playing lights out right now. Josh Allen is playing like MVP caliber.
He was my preseason MVP. Like he was like
my
the week one
preseason
overreaction
MVP.
pick.
Yeah.
Tell me
Yeah.
he's not right up there with Patrick Mahomes.
Oh,
He
right
is-
now
Oh, he
in
is.
play, yes.
Mhm.
It's 1A, 1B right there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Yeah.
It is.
Yep.
Their styles of play is just so much
Yep.
different that it's hard
Yeah.
to like.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're just
It's
apples
hard to
and oranges.
judge, but yes, they're easily vying for the number one quarterback spot every week.
I'll put it this way. If I'm drafting a team off nothing, I get all-time fantasy draft with the quarterbacks in the NFL right now. I'm taking Josh Allen number 1 overall over Patrick Mahomes all day,
Yeah.
all motherfucking day.
Yeah.
If I don't know what offense I'm running or anything, like I don't have like Andy Reid's offense already installed and stuff, I'm taking if I get raw talent, I'm taking Josh Allen all day.
Mhm.
So
All
what
day.
week, what
I
week
agree.
are we coming into?
I agree. We're coming to week 8.
Week 8.
So
yeah.
we might as well start it right here now, boys. 4 weeks until Deshaun gets the start.
You
Well,
sick fuck. You sick
say
fuck. You
know what,
sick
though?
fuck. It's
You
like
know what
grandma's
though? You know what though? You know what?
Will
though?
he
You got-
actually though? That's my thing.
Oh
You know what,
yes.
though?
Oh
You know what? You got-
yes.
And you know what though? You got to give Jacoby Brissett props because he is
Yeah,
holding it down.
Definitely.
They
He
won
has held
tonight.
that team
He's holding it
down.
They won tonight
What's their
32.
record right now?
Yeah.
They won
They
tonight
smacked
32
them.
to 13. So
Yep.
shout out to the
What's their
Cleveland
overall
Browns.
record right now?
3-5.
3-5. I
Mhm.
mean, with Jacoby Brissett as your QB, you could be in a bad. You figure if they happen to go 4 straight in the next, Deshaun comes in with a winning record.
Well, just I
Now,
think what will
nobody knows what kind of Deshaun you're going to see. He has not been on a field in 2 years.
I think
So-
what Will's saying more than that is like Jacoby Brissett's had to handle some shit that's
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
extra
yeah,
football.
And he's done.
definitely
And
has
shout
to.
out to him because he's
That's
held
awesome.
it down. If he could get this team to 500 by the time he returns, he's done his job.
It's a
Yeah.
hell of a. He's done more than his job. He's went
Mhm.
above and beyond.
Yeah, I
He
was
could,
gonna
Mhm.
say
could
that's
be-
what
he
they
could be 0-8 right now, right? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, he could be 0-8,
Right.
and nobody would be like, "Oh,
could be the
why isn't
Texans.
Jacoby Brissett picking it up?" Like
Yep,
nobody's
yep.
gonna be doing that.
No one,
That's
no
what
one's
they
gonna do
hoped,
it.
but I
No
don't
one's
know
gonna
if
do
they
it.
expected it, to get them to
They-
500 before he comes back. I mean,
They-
that's
they
what they
played
hoped
well
for,
tonight.
but that was the high end.
They played well tonight. They beat the Cincinnati Bengals 32 to 13. No Jamal Chase. Which kind of hurt, but it's all good.
You just
he's
never
like-
know what Bengals team you're gonna get.
You don't.
You
don't.
just don't know which Bengals team you're gonna get.
You don't. Cleveland did a good job stopping the run. They wouldn't let Mixon start running downhill. They defended the pass well. I think Boyd caught a touchdown. And I think T. Higgins caught one.
T. Higgins
And-
got one.
And that was it. And that was
Point.
it. So, again, you don't know what Bengals team you're gonna get. You might get the team that played well the week before last. You might get the team you have now. So,
Macaulay Culkin at the quarterback. I mean, he's up and down.
Joe Burrow
He's up and down a lot,
is
and-
he's not having the season he should be coming off the season he had last year.
I'll tell
Hold
you guys
that
one thing,
line
though.
though, Josie. That line.
Yeah, that line,
That line is terrible.
That line is trash.
that line is
Atrocious.
trash.
Ab-
That line is
Atrocious.
trash.
Yeah.
I
That's
still like
what
it.
I would do. That's what I would overplay the run back. Give me I'll put 7, 8 in the box.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you throw to beat me.
Josie, I
That
still like
offensive
Eagles.
line.
Not that my opinion means anything, but I said his rookie year, this was like
What's
the
up,
first
DC?
couple weeks into the season. I said that
What's up,
that
DC?
Burrow should request a trade if they're not going to fix that offensive line, and that was like 3 weeks into his rookie season. and they still have yet to fix it.
And if they don't, he's going to end up like Andrew Luck.
Absolutely.
Stacks, can I just address that you just said not like my opinion matters?
Oh, sorry.
Your opinion matters.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Maybe not to anybody else, but to us.
But to this show,
to me.
Let's talk about real quick. Let's talk about Christian
Hardwood, 10 Eastern Wednesdays.
Let's talk about Christian McCaffrey real quick. He had one hell of a game. 3 total touchdown passes from Christian McCaffrey. Amazing. And the 49ers win over the Rams 31-14. 3 total touchdown passes. You're seeing his versatility. No Deebo Samuel, but they still made it through. 49ers, another team that's dangerous.
It's good as it was, and I realized he was probably playing to say, "Ha, North Carolina, look at what you fucking lost."
I keep calling Carolina North Carolina.
Just smoking cigars with his dad.
The Carolina Panthers, man, ain't it?
Yeah, I know, but I don't know why. Every time
North Carolina, I mean, they ain't Charlotte, but still.
Because every time I look at them, for some reason, I think of North Carolina. I don't know why.
It's the blue.
It's the blue.
I think it is the blue.
It's the blue.
Because the Tar Heels.
Baby blue. Yep, the Tar Heels. But they are playing really well, and they can get after the quarterback too, y'all.
Well, this is what I was gonna say. The thing is to really like shove it down Carolina's throat. He needs to stay healthy and do that for the rest of the season.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
Papa Ed will will that along. They'll eat some fetuses together.
A couple needles in the thigh will help too. You know.
Oh yeah, him and Ed just doing bench press. Like they have one of those old machines, like with the weights on the side. Like they're just in the big ass fucking mansion smoking cigars and just doing bench press and just jacking roids into each other.
Speaking of the Chiefs, Kadarius Toney has been traded from the Giants to the Chiefs. Now I think it's interesting that the Chiefs are taking these wideouts and like throwing like darts at a dartboard, trying to see who's gonna stick. And Kadarius Toney looks to be like looks to be talented. Had a handful of good games, but you don't have a big sample size from him.
Freak at Florida.
Freak, straight freak.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Same there with Kyle Pitts.
What do you think? If he starts going off, who's going to be the guy out of that wide receiver rotation?
IBS or whatever.
Scantling,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Because he just kind of matches the mold of like he's Juju Smith-Schuster, but like from Dollar Tree.
That's fair.
Like from where? As 7 Tony Gladstone would say, like you got from Wish, like you got fucking Juju Smith-Schuster on Wish. That's about a Scantling. I was gonna be Tony for Halloween tonight, and I was just gonna say a lot of like I was gonna be like, so here's the here's the point, here's the deal. I was just gonna stop. Here's the deal. And just that was my I can't do a Tony impression.
Right.
If anybody
Russell Wilson picks up a win.
I'm sorry.
Win in Denver. He picks up a rare win, 27-22 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Stacks. That saved Nathaniel Hackett's job. That win saved his job.
Is that going to save his job? No, I don't think so. I mean, 1 week in London. I don't think so. I mean, Broncos country, obviously. Let's ride. But no, I don't. I don't think it saves them yet. Yeah, I mean
no.
They have so many issues on just all over that team that it's just I don't know, man. And I still believe in the fact that that something happened before Russell got there, and that it was supposed to be Aaron Rodgers in that spot with him. With Hackett, and they just couldn't get it. They couldn't back out of it in time, and they had to scramble. So, no, he's not out of the woods yet, in my opinion.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he gets out of the woods because he'll choke again.
Dude, I just love Sierra's husband.
Sierra's
husband. He's you guys said something about Russell. What was it?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that
Sierra's
is.
Husband.
Sierra's husband. I just love how he's become like this sideshow of he was just the button. So the buttoned up like ultimate quarterback, like ultimate pretty boy quarterback thing that he had going in Seattle at the very beginning.
Boy,
of his
I
career,
liked
right?
him.
You guys remember that,
Seattle.
right?
I loved his personality in Seattle.
You guys remember that? Like
And
that was
who
that
the
was
hell
his
is this
thing.
guy?
Yeah.
You know
He was
what
the clean cut
Yeah.
dude. It
Mhm.
has become his weakness.
My
It
thing,
has
Yep.
become what people hate about him,
Yep.
which is so fucking ironic. It's hilarious to
Right.
me. Like
Yep.
that is why his teammates don't like him, because they
Mhm.
think, like, they're like, you ain't fucking perfect, dude. And I totally get it. Like he's just trying to like personify it still and be this like pretty boy, like, just be yourself, Russ. It's okay. We
Get back to Wisconsin, Russ. Get back to University of Wisconsin, Russ. You know what
Brett
I'm saying?
I'm
Bielema
thinking
needs
this
to be on the
dude.
phone.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
this
for
dude
real.
wants to. I think this dude is falling in love with more being a celebrity than he is a football player. I really
Yeah,
think
he's a
that's his issue.
tryhard, man.
Yeah,
Like
he
you
wants to
can't be
be
a
a
leader of a
celebrity.
team
He
when you're
doesn't
a
love the
tryhard,
game.
you know?
Hey, you gave him his money. That's the first sign.
Quick.
And I'm gonna bring this up till I'm blue in the face. Go back and look at D'Angelo Williams. When D'Angelo Williams got his money,
Done.
he shut it down completely. He was done.
Yep.
He was
Le'Veon Bell.
We're gonna start
Le'Veon Bell.
just calling that an AD.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but when he got his money, but when Westbrook got that, but when Wilson got that money, you saw his focus just bam changed to I don't love football anymore to I want to be more a celebrity with my wife and things.
How
like
many
that,
likes
like
can I
that
get on
nature.
TikTok, Will? How many likes can I get on TikTok before Sunday? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guys, and I think that is more common than we know. You guys know that, right? Like, some of these dudes do not.
Yeah.
Okay, some of these guys just got pushed into playing football because they were so over the top good at it that they don't actually like doing it. Like, they were just so good at it that they just like started doing it, and then now there's all this pressure and shit, and people are like, do you really want to win? And and some of them are like, not really, bro. I just want to like retire. Like, I don't want to get hit every day. This isn't for me. Like,
I want to get my
read
mom
some
a
books.
house and call it good. I mean,
I want to buy my mom a house, read some fucking
yeah.
books, and like
Yep.
be not remembered anymore. Like,
Well,
that's okay though.
You look
It's
at
fair.
you said it with TikTok. You look at all these football wives that are TikTok famous, and like.
And you also talk about it too. I don't mean to cut you off, Josie, but also too, they brought it up on the Pat McAfee show. You know, like some of these dude wives are keeping these guys in the game way too long. You know, like some of these older guys keeping them in the game just because the wife likes the fame. The wife likes posting the fact that, oh, look, I get to see my husband out here, and you know, look at all this crap. I mean, it's just a lot of pressure on all sides of this. It's nuts. Anyway.
An established Sax, I'm with you. An established lifestyle.
That's basically where I was going with it, Zach, is that these women use this fame to better them, and then these men end up taking hits way too long. And like we've said many times, football is a rough sport. And now what we need to get into before we get out of here is Giselle wrong? Or is she right in this divorce?
She wrong as hell.
Recap it real quick and just tell us what you mean by that. Just to recap. I know what you mean.
Is she wrong in divorcing him because he came back to football? Or is Tom wrong in going back to football? I can see Giselle's side on this for the sheer fact of he has given most of their relationship to football, and he finally said I was done. And
did he or did she say he was done?
They obviously came to some amicable agreement at one point because he announced that he was done.
Or did she just call Schefter and be like, "Hey, report this"? So he out of it.
Or
I mean,
right?
Really.
And did Tom? Was it not amicable at all? Tom just went, fuck that, I'm playing. Like,
AKA why they got the divorce in the first place.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, like, I get it on her side. Okay, Josie, if her side is the Puritan way about it, if she doesn't want him to have CTE when he's 60 and have him not be able to get out of bed when he's 50, and like she actually legitimately cares for his well-being, I'm totally behind Giselle Bunch and I'm on that train 100%. But sometimes I don't know if that's the motive behind why. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you just want him all for yourself, not fair. Not fair.
Well,
not a thing.
I mean, the fact that he's already got a $200 million deal, you're not going to get him. Like,
I
Yeah,
mean,
and one,
but,
he's
but
done with
I mean,
football.
but at the same
At the
point,
same time,
she did,
yeah, go ahead. Will.
I'm sorry. At the same point, you divorced a man with a job. The man got a job. He's been a good
Yeah.
man. He's been a good father. And to me, I'm just saying, if that's not what Dan was talking about, her intentions for him in terms of being concerned about his future health and his future health after football, if this is just a power move to say, hey, I want you home, I think that's kind of wrong, and I think that's kind of selfish.
I just
Plus,
doubt.
I think we could still be looking at the same thing, even if you would have retired, because it's a different atmosphere when you're a pro athlete and you retired. You're home. You're not on the road, so that gives you even more of an opportunity to get sick and tired of one another, and the divorce may have happened anyway. So,
Dude, Will, we said that, dude.
What the
Me and
man
you
do,
both
dude?
said this like 6 months ago. When he retired, when he came back, we were like, he doesn't know what to do with himself.
Nope.
He doesn't know what to do with himself because
It's that guy straight out the military type deal. Yep.
Me and Seven have talked about it a lot on After Dark, 10, 9 Eastern, Eastern. I'm just kidding. But like we've talked about it a lot. Like the difference between when you becoming a pro athlete to leaving that is literally it's a detachment from all of reality. Like it's such a big change, dude. It's the weirdest change. Like these guys don't know what to do with themselves, especially a guy like Tom Brady, who's you have to think the fabric of his personality at this point is built in
football. Is football.
And you can't blame him for it. Like he's the GOAT. So like his personality is going to be fabricated a lot on the fact that he's the GOAT, right? And if he no longer is the GOAT, the active GOAT, he's the non-active GOAT, and then it gets weird from that. Like it gets very weird, and I don't think Tom knows how to handle himself. I don't think he knows how to do anything else.
I think that's why it goes to the fact, Dan. That goes to the fact that why he's already signed that big contract is he won't have to take a break. Like he won't have to stop. He'll go straight.
But understand this too.
To whatever he's doing with
coaching, probably.
But understand this too.
He's signed with Fox.
He signed with Fox to be a personality for there. So he's
commentating football.
So he was gonna be he was still gonna be working regardless, still working. And plus, to me, and maybe I'm just old fashioned. You can call me sort of like if you want to. I really don't give a damn. When you marry somebody, you marry for better or worse. Yeah. And if you can't keep that as a woman who has a high profile husband, not somebody middle class, but a high profile husband, if you can't keep your vows to him, as far as we know, Brady ain't never cheated. Brady ain't never hit her. Brady's never been accused of being a rapist. So if you can't keep your vows,
like
and this
man might have been a little too inappropriate with the children, but
you're right, or we hadn't heard that either. So
I've never wanted to beat Tom Brady's son so much in my life.
but unless he's been that way, let that man do what he do.
Yeah.
Well, the only part of it. Yeah, never. Ben Roethlisberger raped women.
Ben Roethlisberger's a rapist.
Yes. But the only part of I'm completely with you the whole way. The only part that I disagree with is like when you say that she divorced him because he has a job. I get what you're saying there, but at the same time, that's not a normal job. What he does is not a normal like he's not a manager at like Applebee's. You know what I'm saying? He's not like general manager of an Applebee's. Not that being a general manager of an Applebee's is a bad thing. Hey, they have great incentives and they really give you the tools to be your own boss.
They do.
Or 54th Street if you're Dan.
They do. Plus you can eat on more for free.
Guys, I personally have been the general manager of 4 casual restaurants. That's not a joke. But no, they let me think about everybody just wrap your mind around that.
Dan, let's be honest.
They let me lead an entire group of employees for long periods of time.
GM of 2 restaurants, so that sells a lot for the restaurant.
They let both of us do that. So like it's a tough thing. No, it actually is, yeah. But it's just not a normal job though.
Toughest jobs.
It's crazy.
But and like I say,
and like Tom Brady.
And like I say, I agree with you if that's the true intention of it. But if that's not the true intention and you just doing this as a power move to get him to where you want to be, that's toxic as hell. Toxic.
Promotions
I don't agree with
questionable.
it. Yeah, I don't agree with it.
1,000%.
Better.
And I think too, real quick, you know, we've talked about how he's gonna have a job because he's, you know, he's got the Fox thing and all that. But at the same time, that's not the same level of commitment that you would
Nope,
have
not at
that
all.
you would have throughout the week. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
at all.
I mean, you look at these guys, right? You're flying to where you need to be for that game that day. Obviously, you're watching film and stuff, but it's not the same level of intensity as it would be with playing football. So you would still have a lot of time on your hands to be with
Let that
Giselle, be
man-
with the kids, all that
let-
stuff. So I just
let
want to
that-
throw that out there. It's not the same level. So.
Let
No,
that
you're-
man do what he do.
You're 100% correct, Stack. And I think a big part of it is that locker room. Like, there's nothing that compares to that camaraderie with a group of people that you're going all out with and like
Any
going in
retired
every game
NFL
with.
player will tell you that, right? I mean,
There's nothing. They
anything you listen
never
to, all
get
that
as
stuff.
high. They never get as high as an NFL huddle.
Yep.
There's not.
Right.
There's no substitute in the world for being on the field. That's what they all say, and it only goes downhill from there.
From
Like
that
you can
point. Yep,
you
yep.
can make the downhill gradual, like Terry Bradshaw, who's just slowly slipping into senility. Like just very, very slowly. And he's made it a good downhill venture. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not, he doesn't have CTE, I don't think. Maybe he does. Like he's very rolling into it. You can do that, or you can fall off a cliff. You can fall off an absolute cliff, aka Junior Seau.
Right.
Yep.
You can fall off a
Unreal.
fucking
Right.
cliff, dude. That happens
Yep.
way more often than the fucking Terry Bradshaws do.
And I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I did not agree with him at the time. Shout out to Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman, yeah, you said it some years ago, and it didn't happen till years later. But Max Kellerman did say at some point Tom Brady was gonna fall off a cliff, and now we're seeing it.
Will, that's literally like saying it will rain one day. Like, of course it's gonna
He gave
rain.
a time
Like,
frame.
there's-
It just didn't happen during
I
the time
mean,
yeah,
frame.
Will,
he gave.
eventually he's got to get worse.
Yeah.
You have to look at
They
it.
all do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to look at it like
Right.
that. Eventually, they're going to degrade. The thing about it was, if Tom had retired last year, he wouldn't be having the season he is now, and it's not going to hurt his legacy much, but it
Not
is
at all.
hurting his legacy a little bit.
And he's
I don't
got-
think it is.
I don't think it is.
I'm
Not from
talking
a football
like-
standpoint.
I don't think it is
so.
either because he can write it. If anybody can write this
Yeah.
situation, if anybody can fix it,
Yeah.
it would be Brady.
He could.
It will be Brady.
Nobody remembers Jordan in Washington.
I
I do.
remember. I do. I do.
Is anybody
There's
ready to
only
pump the
certain
brakes
people-
and say the Bucks
There's
will be
only
fine?
certain people that can stay
Like
on
we did
I
top.
last
ain't saying
week?
that. I ain't saying
we
that.
good?
They're
Oh, okay.
playing.
Got it.
They're playing it. They're playing.
Well, I guess
at a-
last week the only reason I asked that, Will, is because last week we talked about is Brady done. So I was just saying, and a lot of you guys said no. So I was just, I mean, granted it was one game, obviously, but I'm just saying, you know, given the team that they have, I mean, that team's not very good around them. Offensive line struggling. So I mean,
Can't run the football.
He's
yeah,
got
correct.
about a-
Will
he's
they make
got
the
a-
playoffs? I mean,
He's
is
got a
The only
month.
Brady
reason-
going to be able to ride this in the playoffs?
If they
He's
make
got
the
a month
playoffs,
to right the ship. He's
if
got
they're
a
gonna make
month.
the playoffs, it's because it's a bad conference. It's a
Yeah.
bad
I mean,
conference
Yeah,
overall.
it's
that-
a terrible
bad
conference.
conference.
I agree.
That
That's
might
the only
agree.
reason why
that
they make
too.
it at all.
Yep.
A bad conference.
1000%.
Because the
That
NFC South, because the NFC South got to get one. You got to get
Yep.
one from this side, and it might end up being them.
And it'll be them. Yeah.
Mhm.
definitely.
Yeah, that might
Yep.
get them through. Other than that, he's got about a month to right this ship. To really make a true Brady run at the playoffs, he's got about a month to turn it around.
Hell, you can be what? The way that division looking, you could be 9-8.
Yeah, but I'm
win
not-
the
Yeah,
division,
right.
going to playoffs at
Absolutely.
9-8.
A Brady
9
run,
and 8.
which
Mhm.
is not going to happen, but a Brady run would be him vying for the number one spot to get the home field
And
advantage.
see, that's the thing with the Bucks. You so far behind. Everywhere you go in the playoffs, you're gonna be on the road, and you're gonna have everything going against you if you make the playoffs. So, you know,
Do you guys
Is
see
what it is.
comparisons to one LeBron James as far as there's no more carrying the team for Tom Brady? I think that's what point we're at. I
mhm.
think that he's still a legitimate quarterback, one of the top probably 8 or
Okay.
9 quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah,
He's
Brady
no
can't
longer
be the only one anymore.
he's no longer TB12. There's no you got to have people around you. It's got to be a Peyton Manning type riding off into the grease sunset type
Mhm.
situation, where he's
Yep.
like Peyton Manning's neck was like making him not make a throw. Like he looked like a One of those
Right.
punching. What are those that old game where you
One
just
of those old
Rock'em
punching
Sock'em
bag
Robots?
games. Yeah.
Yeah, Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yep,
That's
yep.
what Peyton Manning looked like when he's throwing the ball.
And
Like,
I'm just
yeah,
not sure if they have that same defense either. I mean, I know they
Well,
got
you know,
dudes
they
on
got-
that defense. I know
well,
they
you-
got dudes on that defense, but
Well,
dogs.
Shaq
Yeah,
Barrett's
dogs,
out.
but-
You know, some of those Carlton Davis
right.
is out.
Injuries
Injuries are
yep.
killing them.
Yep.
They can't, like I
Right.
said before, they can't run the football for nothing.
Nope.
And they
Nope.
really don't have a speed burner outside of Scotty Miller who can't run number fly routes.
Right.
That Tryon Smith dude, he plays like a hybrid safety. You know what I'm talking about? Number 5.
Yep.
That dude's a freak, dude.
Now he's for real. He's for real.
He reminds
Yeah.
me of Will, one of me and Will and I's favorite players. Why can't I not think of his fucking name right now? This is ridiculous. The Chargers.
Excuse me.
Why can't I think of his fucking name? The safety for the Chargers. I'm blanking on his name because I've had too many pumpkin ales.
Oh, boy from Florida State.
Yes.
Yeah.
Derwin James. Derwin James.
Yeah, Derwin James.
Derwin
Yeah.
James.
Yeah, I don't know why I just blanked on his name, but yeah, that's who he reminds me of. Like a linebacker version. He's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Dude, I tell the story all the time. When I saw Derwin James in real life, I was like, "What in the fuck is that, dude?" Like I thought there was a linebacker playing deep on a prevent coverage at one point. And I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like I was like, "That's Derwin James." I was like, "Holy shit, he is fucking gigantic, dude. He is huge."
Yep.
And he is just out there. He's out there fucking one-on-one. He's cover one against fucking wide receivers and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He's so fast. And I'm like, that is a new school. That's something new. We haven't seen anything like that dude before. If you guys watch the Chargers at all, watch number 30.
Go watch Derwin.
He
Go
wears
watch
3
Derwin.
now.
Yep.
He wears 3 now, but like
He's a stud, man. Yep.
dude, he is ridiculous.
If he can
good.
stay healthy, man,
Woo.
he gives you something in that secondary that most teams don't have. I'm telling
That's
you.
like Ed Reed with that green
Ed
mushroom.
Reed. I was gonna say that. Ed Reed a little bit.
With the green mushroom. Just make him bigger.
Just
like make him on Madden.
Yeah.
He's a safety I would have made on Madden.
Man.
Also, guys, real quick for the Eagles though, watch out. Week 13, they play the Titans. That could be.
Guys,
Depends
are
what
we
quarterback
talking
you
about
get.
the Eagles going undefeated right now?
Depends what quarterback you get.
No, I
That's
don't
fair.
think they're going to go undefeated.
But
I'm saying where are they going to lose? Where are they going to fall?
Dallas is the only team I can see. I don't
It's
trust the
NFL.
I don't
Giants
see how you see Dallas is going to beat them when they've already beaten Dallas.
because it's a rivalry, number one, and number
But it's
two.
going to
Dallas,
be in Philly.
yeah, so it's already happened before throughout the history of their rivalry. They've won in Philly before, and it's a rivalry game. You know, Dak's gonna be hyped up for it. You know, everybody's gonna
but it's
Paulus
like
gonna be
you
hyped
said,
up.
and
Everybody's gonna be
it's
hyped up
exactly
for it.
what we said last time.
I can't
It's
see
like
anybody else
exactly
doing it.
like you said.
Do you trust
Dallas
it?
doesn't have defense right now, and
Just so
Well, they
Dak
can't
can
run
miss a loft pass in the end zone.
They can't stop the run, but when it comes to the pass, they're Trayvon Diggs. If he's not playing, if he's not gambling back there and actually playing the position where it's meant to play, that's a good defensive football team, and that's how they have to win a lot of the field position game. They have to win that to go ahead and get wins. And I just think because I don't trust the Giants to do it. I don't trust the Commanders. God, I can't believe I just said that. I don't trust the Commanders to do it. I think that's the only team in the division that would have a shot.
Yeah, Will's 100% correct about. I mean, the rivalry thing is a thing. Like
That's a
Trayvon
thing
Diggs
between them. Yeah,
is gonna play. He's gonna play straight up and not try and jump routes in the Philly game because that's just like a thing. They're gonna play more sound. And if the Cowboys play sound, historically they're actually pretty good, right? Their calling card is they don't play sound football. Like they
that's
just
the
don't.
thing. They don't play sound football most
They
of the
just
time. That's the
don't.
thing.
But if they do, they're actually pretty good, and that's
Oh, yeah.
possible. But it's the NFL, dude. And if I'm not mistaken, all those guys from the Cowboys are in the NFL, and all the guys from every other team they're going to play are in the fucking NFL. And every single week there's some weird fucking win.
Go
Weird
undefeated.
win.
I'm just
They're not.
saying.
They'll lose.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I believe the chances of an NFL team going undefeated, you're more likely to hit the lotto.
It almost Eli Manning happened.
Yeah.
Right. Correct.
Yeah. Somebody gonna get you. Somebody gonna
Will,
get you.
to Will's point again, the one team that fucking beats the Patriots every single time happens to be the Giants, happens to be the 18-0 Super Bowl, happens to be Eli Manning, happens to be off the helmet, happens to be one of the greatest throws that's ever fucking been made in a Super Bowl. The dime that he throws to Plaxico Burress on the sideline. No, it was David. It was Tyree was the helmet catch.
David Tyree.
Tyree was the helmet catch, but the dime
helmet catch. Yeah.
The less known throw from Eli Manning was the 2011 Super Bowl where they played the Patriots, and he made like a 35-yard pass down the sideline, and it was like Sterling Shepard, I believe. He fucking put this ball. Literally, Sterling Shepard just goes like this, and the tip of the ball just goes into his hands. He's running full speed down the sideline, 2 feet in. One of the most beautiful dimes I've ever seen. It was an Aaron Rodgers dime, and Eli Manning just happens to go like idiot savant in the biggest moments and just make dime throws. I don't even think he saw where he's throwing. Pressure in his face, back foot. He just threw it, and it was just lucky. Like
somebody back there.
Yeah,
Eli
Manning has God in his corner.
All right, you guys.
Big announcement to make, Will, before the end.
Sure.
We need to. Well, you need to say it because we got to go. We're over.
Hey, we're not ever over, Josie.
We
okay?
are over.
We're here and we're present. Okay, get the call map. Okay, we're going to talk about meditation later. Next week, the premiere of my song Josie Haney on the Sports Report. I will record it and we'll just run a tape. We'll go full screen on it. It's a song called Josie Haney.
Elias out here.
So next week, tune in. That's going to be this might be the enchilada of all time Sports Report.
Josie, I think this might be Tebow-esque.
This might be what gets Dan fired. For real.
Josie,
finally,
remember that song Tim Tebow had? Remember that song? This might be along them lines.
It's gonna be, and I'm hoping it's every bit William Hung that you guys think it's gonna be. And
Josie,
and on that note,
thanks.
The hardwood Wednesdays, baby.
There you go.
Never answer to no, man, I still go.